You queue up a 30-second scene and MiniMax H3 cuts you off at 15 seconds. Seedance 2.5 keeps rolling, and FLUX 3 gives you nothing to go on at all. All three are video generation models built for very different workflows, so the real question is, which one actually fits yours? Test 1. Cost. I went to price out Seedance 2.5 for a production pipeline and couldn't find an official number anywhere. Just community guesses ranging from 0.04 to 0.35 per second, which is a 9x swing you absolutely cannot plan a budget around. One of the biggest problems I run into when using AI agents is turning their output into YouTube content I can actually use to market my product. That's why this video is sponsored by Subscriber, a tool that helps business owners connect their AI agents to YouTube and market their products without spending 10 hours every week creating content. You can connect Claude or ChatGPT directly to Subscriber. It then analyzes your business, website, and YouTube channel to help you create SEO-optimized video ideas, scripts, thumbnails, and even complete videos that actually match your brand. What I like most is that every week, Subscriber gives me a list of high-potential video ideas I can immediately execute, and it can even help edit videos for me, with or without my face, including videos like the one you're watching right now. It's easy to get started, and you can try Subscriber for free using the link in the description below. Now back to the video. I looked at every source I could find, and MiniMax H3 has a clear, confirmed price at $2K. Multiple community sources back it up, and MiniMax themselves claim it's less than a third the cost of mainstream models, while Seedance 2.5 had no official public price as of July 2026, just unverified estimates, so you literally can't compare them on equal footing right now. MiniMax H3 takes cost, and I want to be clear that it wins on transparency, not necessarily on being cheaper, because it's the only one with a number you can actually plan around, and I expected Seedance 2.5 to have some published figure by now, so MiniMax H3 goes up 1-0. I've been deep in these video tools long enough to know that a missing price page is usually a sign of a staged rollout, not a good surprise, so drop a comment if you've hit the same wall trying to budget Seedance 2.5. Test 2. Coding benchmark performance. You've seen SWE bench scores thrown around for MiniMax models, and you're wondering if that translates into better code generation inside Seedance 2.5, MiniMax H3, or FLUX 3, because if one of them codes better, that changes your automation stack completely. When I dug into this, all three are video generation models, so SWE bench and terminal bench simply don't apply. The coding scores you've seen for MiniMax belong to M3, their text model, not H3, and Seedance 2.5 and FLUX 3 have no coding data either, so this whole dimension is a wash with no score to give. No winner here, wrong tool category entirely, and the score stays at MiniMax H3 1, Seedance 2.5 0, FLUX 3 0, one dimension off the board. Test 3. Speed. Users have reported waiting over 50 minutes for a single 15-second clip from MiniMax H3. That's not a slow render. That's a broken production schedule, and if Seedance 2.5 is anywhere close to real time, it changes the whole cost per hour math for anyone doing iterative creative work. I had to run this down through community reports because neither model publishes official speed metrics, and that's worth flagging. What I found is that Seedance 2.5 has consistent reports of near real-time generation, while MiniMax H3's model card says nothing about speed, and real users are clocking 50+ minutes for 15-second clips. So the directional call goes to Seedance 2.5, caveat and all. Seedance 2.5 takes speed. Community evidence points to near real time, while H3 users are waiting close to an hour for a short clip, which is pretty wild. And that ties the score at 1 each, with one dimension off the board. So right now it's all knotted up, and the next two tests are the ones that actually separate these tools for real-world projects, output limits, and deployment flexibility. Could completely flip which model makes sense for your workflow, so you want to see both before you decide anything. Test 4. Context and output limits. Say you're shooting a product demo that needs a continuous 25-second shot with no cuts. MiniMax H3 hard caps at 15 seconds, so you're forced to stitch clips and hope the seam isn't obvious, which is a real creative ceiling for anyone doing long-form scene work. Across every output dimension, Seedance 2.5 generates native 30-second single-shot video, double MiniMax H3's 15-second max, outputs up to 4K versus H3's 2K ceiling, and accepts up to 50 multimodal references versus H3's 12-file limit, while FLUX 3 has no published figures on any of this. So Seedance 2.5 wins every single subtest in this category. Seedance 2.5 takes context and output limits. 30 seconds native, 4K output, 50 references, and I didn't expect the gap to be this clean across every single subdimension. So that puts Seedance 2.5 ahead, 2-1 with one tied. Test 5, deployment and modality. Say you're building a self-hosted pipeline where your data can't leave your servers. You pull up Seedance 2.5's docs and find its closed waits. API only with a China-first rollout gate, which is a hard blocker for any team with data residency requirements. MiniMax H3 is open wait with a diffuser's pipeline so you can run it locally, while Seedance 2.5 is closed, API only, and rolling out China first, meaning global developers are waiting in line, both support text, image, video, and audio inputs. But Seedance 2.5 takes more references per call, and FLUX 3 has no deployment data published at all. MiniMax H3 takes deployment. Open waits and local deployment are a genuine advantage that I didn't think would matter this much until I saw how locked down Seedance 2.5's rollout actually is, and that ties the verified tests at 2 each with 1 off the board. Seedance 2.5 wins on creative ceiling. You get native 30-second single-shot video, double MiniMax H3's cap, 4K output versus H3's 2K max, up to 50 multimodal references versus H3's 12, and a 180-second ultra-long video beta mode for anyone doing extended scene work, and no other model in this comparison touches those numbers. MiniMax H3 wins on practicality. It's the only model here, with a confirmed price at 0.13 per second at 2K. Its open wait with a diffuser's pipeline for local deployment is available globally right now with no rollout gate, and it natively supports 32 kHz stereo audio plus 11 dialogue languages out of the box. FLUX 3 wins nothing I can actually confirm. I couldn't find a single published figure for pricing, output limits, speed, or deployment options. No community benchmarks, no official model card data, no hands-on reports in the evidence. So until there's something real to evaluate, FLUX 3 can't be recommended for any specific use case over these two. If you need 30 seconds at 4K with 50 references, pick Seedance 2.5. If you need open waits, a confirmed per second price, and a pipeline you can run locally today, pick MiniMax H3, and FLUX 3 has no published evidence to act on right now. One thing the docs don't spell out: MiniMax H3's generation speed in production can hit 50+ minutes for a single 15-second clip. And that's not a beta quirk. Users are reporting it consistently, so if you're building anything time-sensitive, factor that into your pipeline design before you commit to H3 at scale. Now that you know where Seedance 2.5 sits, the obvious next question is how it stacks up against its closest direct competitor. I already ran that comparison. It's called Seedance 2.5 versus Kling AI. And the result is a lot closer than you'd expect.